and welcome Josephites. This is your presenter Unnati Mishra, bringing you the latest updates from St. Joseph's University. Here we aim to keep you connected, engaged and up to date. Coming up in this broadcast, from infrastructure to education, what are Bengaluru's priorities? A panel discussion hosted by the CNN News 18 at the campus analyzed the voice of Bengaluru amidst the upcoming elections. A 2-day workshop on sustainable development goals was organized by National Service Scheme. It was done in collaboration with the Government of India and Youth Affairs, the Government of Karnataka and the Centre for Amenities, Rehabilitation and Education. The aim of the program was to inspire participants to strive towards a sustainable future. In a guest lecture organized by the School of Communication, Beata and Jagadisha, Additional State Public Prosecutor, Karnataka High Court, emphasized on the need and degree for the public understanding on the digital laws, including right to privacy and data rules. Ballot is stronger than the bullet, said Malcolm X. The Political Science Department, in association with the Outreach Department, held a campaign to raise awareness among students on the importance of ballot ahead of the Lok Sabha elections 2024. CNN News 18 hosted a live telecast from St. Joseph's University on April 16th. During the panel discussion titled Citizen Manifesto at the campus, panelists addressed the civic problems faced by the citizens. The panelists included Mohandas Pai, Brinda Adige, S. Arun. Speaking about the ground issues, TV Mohandas Pai, Indian businessman and philanthropist, stated that one of the reasons for the water crisis in the city is the decrease in groundwater levels, which were formerly at a height of about 120 feet, which is necessitating people to drill for more water. Let us hear more from our ground reporter Kiranmai.
Hello Josephites. So now here we are with Brinda Adige ma'am. So she is the panelist of the Citizen Manifesto and she is to give us more information about the event happened here. So ma'am, may I know the views of you on the demagnetization of what was spoken in the panelist thing?
See, first and foremost, we need to tell ourselves that though we are very happy with Viksit Bharat for 2047, it cannot be built on my misery. So when we are talking about the demagnetization, it is important to understand that for some time we have to stop all the so-called development works, which are largely constructions of all kinds of buildings at the cost of the infrastructure that is required. So we need good roads, no, they are not there. We need stormwater drains, which are not there. We of course need transportation, metros, and that is also not there. So these things right now we require. All other constructions which might just be luxury can be put to a stop so that we can take care of our water scarcity and get that bit of it done in like priority. Now that is not what the government is doing, because we must understand the construction lobby is very strong and the government is not able to counter that back.
According to you, what do you think the initiatives the government could give for the quality education?
See, when we talk of quality education, the education must be same in all the colleges, which also means the student-professor ratio, also the facilities that are available in the colleges, and the kind of teaching methodologies that are employed. That said, I come back to the access of the student to that college. Fees and scholarship is a burden, and that is what the availability should be to our young people. Our young people must not think that I studied in a corporation or in a government school and I don't have access to something like this, because that is the dream and the aspiration we want to give to our young people. It doesn't matter where you come from, it's important what you're aspiring to become and where you want to go. And that path has to be made available and laid down for the student by the government. The government has the responsibility and it has the burden because we are the taxpayers. And it is time for government in the south, especially the Karnataka government, to put its foot down and say the money that is generated, the revenue that is generated here in my state, this much goes for the development of my people, and the rest can go elsewhere.
Thank you, ma'am.
The National Service Scheme of St. Joseph's University organized a 2-day workshop on sustainable development goals held on April 16th and 17th with the theme Devising a Roadmap for Achieving Sustainable Development Goals. More than 10 colleges participated in the workshop. The program was inaugurated by Shri D. Karthikeyan, Regional Directorate of NSS, Government of India. We have a reporter Ishika coming up with more updates.
Good day, I'm reporter Ishika and I'm live from St. Joseph's NSS cell. And here I am with
Selvin, NSS coordinator of St. Joseph's University. Regarding the 2 days workshop which took place on 16th and 17th, that is regarding sustainable development goals. So we have more than 10 colleges participating in this workshop. So we had more than 10 resource persons coming and conducting this workshop. So theme for the workshop was a roadmap to sustainable development goals. So we have concentrated on 7 sustainable development goals. So 2 days workshop we had. In the day 1 we had speakers coming from Government of Karnataka. We have inaugural program of the sustainable development goal. We had Dr. Karthikeyan from Government of India who was the chief guest for us, and we are collaborating with CARE organization, and we have done this workshop. So in the day 1 we had 5 sessions. So one is regarding food security. The second session was regarding mental health and well-being. The third session was regarding the 5th sustainable development goal. And we carry forward to the day 2. Day 2 we had life on land. One resource person from environmentalist was there for the resource person. And then we had 2 speakers from our St. Joseph University. We had Professor Kiranmai, the PRO of St. Joseph University, highlighting on the skill education in universities, and we had the head of social work department, Dr. Alan Godfrey. He was also focusing on inclusive society, and he had one more speaker who were focusing on gender equality. So it was a very good 2 days long session. Then it was helpful for the students as well. And not only that sustainable development goals is an aspiration for us, we want it to be a roadmap for all the education institutions as well. Since our education institution also have to adapt these sustainable development goals, and we thought of urging the institution also to have one sustainable development cell for our own institution, so that we can take forward all this 17 sustainable development goal in our university.
so can you tell me who are the other participants in this workshop?
So the participant in the workshop, we mainly focused on the college students. So we had from Bishop Cotton's 5 representatives were there, and we had Vijaya College also 5 representatives. Likewise of other institutions, like more than 10 institutions like St. Paul's, Baldwin's, and then we had a few institutions, that is Christ also was there, JNC Jyoti Nivas College was there, and nearing to 10 institutions. We have 5 participants from each and every institution. From St. Joseph University also we had some 10 participants who are participating in this workshop. So we had 2 long days of workshop, for starting with the inauguration and ending with the valedictory program, and we distributed the certificate as well. And we collaborated with Government of India of Youth Affairs and Sports, and we collaborated with Government of Karnataka of Youth Affairs and Sports. So it was a few students of various state as well, Kerala state also, few interns who working in other organizations also were part of this 2 long days workshop.
So did you get a chance to interact with the other participants to get a feedback on how the whole workshop was?
Yeah, we have taken the feedbacks of the participants, of the resource person, as well as the workshop which is conducted. The feedback was very good, and we had a few students from other colleges also to share their experience about the workshop. So the workshop was really knowledgeable for them, and they're going to take forward this sustainable development goals in their own workplace, in their own experience in the colleges and elsewhere, wherever they move forward.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is your reporter Ishika signing off with camera person Utsav Pradhan.
An insightful guest lecture on scope and impact of India's IT Act 2000 and Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023 was organized by the School of Communication on April 16th. Speaker Beata N. Jagadisha, Additional State Public Prosecutor, Karnataka High Court, stressed the need for citizens to be aware of their rights before sharing and granting any personal information on digital platforms. Let us take a look at our reporter Aatreyi in conversation with the speaker.
Reporter Aatreyi Bose and I am with Advocate Jagdish sir. And today we are going to speak about the scope and implications of the Information Technology Act and the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. So, sir, let's move on to the questions. The first one is, how crucial do you think it is for media students to know about the scope and implications of IT Act and Digital Personal Data Protection?
See, the implications of IT and Personal Protection Act is not necessarily limited to media student, because all of us are in digital media. So it is as a citizen, we all should know that what we're signing up, what we're not signing up. Therefore, it is very essential to understand the implications of what we are signing up on the digital platform. Whether you have access, you have free access, how to expose, how to use it, all those things are a bit complicated. So therefore, what will be the implications of, for example, you use particular information of a data belongs to a particular person. Will you be prosecuted for using that information? Have you taken consent of that person? Or from where you are buying this data, that person has taken a consent from that person? All those become relevant issues. So in that case, what is your role and responsibilities is also need to be analyzed in IT Act and Data Protection Act as well. So therefore, it's essential and basics for everybody to know the implications and impact of these rules and regulations.
Sir, so as per the legal criticisms of the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, we have heard in the news media that many people are claiming public data will be under surveillance related risks. What do you think?
See, it's in fact, Data Protection Act allows public information, private information of a public citizen should not be unnecessarily available in data unless with their consent. And also, it enables the consent giver to withdraw the consent as and when they're not interested in that information being available online. So that's the whole purpose of the legislation. Second, the data is still available with the state. Whether the state and the instrumentality of state which uses this information, uses the information for public good, which may be issue of security, issue of national interest, or they use it for private and political vendetta. So that becomes again a crucial issue.
So, what do you think is the state of public awareness right now on the digital laws in the country right now regarding these two acts and also the new broadcasting bills that have been brought?
Yeah, I would say that people do not know. People do not know what they're signing up. Obviously, it's 200 page, 200 page, or even 20 page, even 10 page, even 1 page. Who has the patience to read the entire terms and conditions when you're signing up? But is that an excuse for allowing our information to be public domain and then crib about the information which is available in public domain? Answer is no. So as a citizens, when we're signing up something, it is obligatory on us to read, understand, and then sign up for those the apps which you're using or sites which you're visiting.
So, whose responsibility is it, sir, to public awareness to be in process?
When you say whose responsibility is to have a public awareness, yes, of course, you can say state should educate people to understand their rights and duties. Basic thing is that don't unnecessarily sign up to the apps or don't unnecessarily visit the website which you have no business or no interest in if you do not know what it is, right? That's one. Second, when you visit, understand what it is. Write to the board and ask them to take appropriate action. They will in turn conduct an inquiry and then see that the data will be deleted.
Thank you so much for watching. This is your reporter Aatreyi Bose signing off with camera person Fiona.
The Political Science Department, in association with the Outreach Department, held a campaign on the occasion of the Lok Sabha elections 2024 on April 19th, with the slogan of "Please vote, voting is your right," encouraging and motivating first-time voters. Let us hear more from our ground reporter Fiona.
This is reporter Fiona reporting live from St. Joseph's University. Currently, we are with the students from the Political Science Department, and here's what they have to say about the elections 2024. So, hi. So I would like to know your perspective on this quote, which is "the ballot is stronger than the bullet." So, what's your take on this?
I feel like that is true because you as a voter can influence what is going to happen, what is happening, and you as a voter always had the power to decide what has happened, obviously. So the past, present and the future all rests in your hand, and even though you may not be doing something really important by societal standards like being a politician or bureaucracy, this and that, but you are still your vote counts because you are bringing whoever represents you on that pedestal. So without me, there is no leader XYZ who represents us. So that is my power as a voter. So I think the ballot is stronger than the bullet.
So, can you explain to me, your vote is your voice and the importance for every individual to cast their votes?
The reason why every individual needs to vote. So it's very important for every individual to vote because obviously your voice counts. And there's a saying that says everything is political. So everything from the way I eat, the way I dress up, the way he eats, the way everyone exists, thrives, our community, and whatever that happens on the macro scale, micro scale, everything counts, and the way you can influence it is through a single vote. So imagine how monumental your vote is in the sense that so my voice alone will not do much, but if my voice combines with other people's voices, then we are together stronger than one. So together I feel like everyone, not just me, everyone, when we vote collectively, we're stronger together. My vote means something in that entire process.
Okay. So, would you guys like to give your chant or something about voting?
Yeah. Please vote! Voting is your right!
This is your reporter Fiona was signing off with camera person Aatreyi Bose.
From insightful panel discussions to workshop on sustainable future, from talk on digital privacy to awareness campaign, SDU campus was active throughout the week. We hope that you found this week's bulletin very informative. For more updates, keep watching Jois News. Signing off, this is your host, Unnati Mishra.
Cut.